G'day, this is Subaru's Great Australian Detour. I'm in Tasmania at the Bay of Fires. When I arrived late yesterday afternoon, it was 30 degrees and I was literally so excited to wake up in the morning and show you this area in a baking Indian summer, and yet this is what I woke up to, which is great. It's like the full Tasmanian experience, a bit cooler, a bit sort of friendlier. And I'm doing it in Subaru's Forester Hybrid. It's literally all new. So it's a pre-production model, so it's not necessarily exactly the same as the one that you'll get your hands on, but it's going to be very, very close. And the thing about this and traveling in Tassie is you've got to be part of it. You've got to get in it and try it. So that's what we'll do. We're going to travel around here, which is stunning, try some food, and then we're going to go inland, see what we can find in there. And I promise it's going to be great because Tassie always delivers, as does Subaru. Check it out. There's no single way to road trip. Is that the beauty of it? Sealed roads turn to dirt. That is where the magic lies. The surprises, the moments you can't plan but never forget. At Subaru, we live for the detour, chasing the unknown, embracing the twists and turns, finding the unplanned stops along the way. You know that road that asks a whole lot more? It usually gives a whole lot back. Subaru's Great Australian Detour, your ticket to a world discovered. Is it the size of Tassie that makes it perfect for driving holidays? Well, it's that, and there's so much to do with short, fun drives in between. Fly fish 20 minutes from town, drink beer with a pig in a pub in a paddock, zigzag Ben Lomond with a rally champ, and a whole lot more. Northern Tassie, it's epic. Quite exciting actually, because I've travelled this great land trying to buy something off the boat and have not managed it, but in Tasmania things are possible. So sea urchins, a delicacy around the world. And I made a phone call, talked out the side of my mouth, made another phone call, more out the side of the mouth, and we're on. I hope. I mean, he's coming. Right day, right bloke, right seasons. Sea urchins, like fruit, are seasonal. Shane, the sea urchins, these are the ones that the kids step on at the surf and, you know, in the rocks and have to get pulled out of their feet, aren't they?
Yeah, they can be. They can be very nasty, yeah.
And a pest.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Now, these are recreational ones, so they're not your official ones. So that's how I get to try one.
Yeah, we just went out and gathered these ones up for you personally today.
Did that take long?
Probably about 20 minutes, but we were just mucking around, having a bit of a look about as well at the same time.
How's the water?
That was beautiful today. Nice and warm and crystal clear. Yeah, 18, 19, 20 degrees.
In Tasmania?
Yeah. Some of the surface temperatures are nice and warm.
Continues to surprise.
Yeah.
Right, all right. Can we try one? I've never had one.
Yeah, definitely.
How do we?
Best way is to get them out and split them open.
Is that a pretty one? That looks good?
It looks good. Should be okay.
So the yellow's the good bit?
Yep. Very sought after internationally, the roe.
Yeah. Do you eat them?
Yeah, every now and again when we get really hungry on the boat, we eat a few.
Every now and again when we're really hungry. Well, that's a great sell. So Shane, you've given it a clean.
Yep.
And so this is the roe, is it?
Yep. So these ones aren't the best colours, but they're pretty good consistency and nice textures. Should be fairly tasty, pretty good.
Do you know what it looks like?
What's that?
It looks like a yellow tongue.
It does, doesn't it?
Don't you reckon? And when you just eat it?
Yeah.
Just like that?
Yep. Give it a go.
Yep.
Should be pretty good. You don't get much fresher than that.
It's actually
good.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Creamy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. It's like, is it like the lobster of the...
It's just different, isn't it, really?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And fresh.
Yeah.
First time ever.
It's good. Yeah, that's
Glad
good.
I got to do it with you. And now, should we try some crayfish? Because they're the big ticket, aren't they? Crayfish in Tassie? Like sands through the hourglass. This is one of the great joys of our lives. Kind of like sea urchins. The sea urchin, genuinely is, I think, one of the most exotic things I've ever eaten. I've eaten like worms, crickets, and the texture, and it needs to be helped and rinsed away. Like, it was amazing, but if you ask nicely, you might get to the back of the shop. Fresh. One of the great palate cleansers. This could be one of the great days. So, after the break, so I'm not going to make you watch me stuff my face, because I am going to stuff my face. We're going to have a tree change. Will you hear that? The car's going. Can't hear it. So good. All right, we're coming into Evandale. Now, this is a quaint, historic town, one of the best in Tasmania, and Tasmania has the best historic towns in the country, so this is pretty good. Perfectly situated, say 10 k's from the Launceston Airport, so if you've got time to kill, you'd come here. Antique shops, history, it's got Georgian Victorian architecture, not that I know the difference, I did read that. There's the Glover Art Prize, Chopper Reed has some history here. And I'm meeting Molly, the rally car driver, to go somewhere special.
Daddo.
The Molly Taylor.
Nice
What?
to see you, mate. Do you fancy a ride?
No,
It looks
I
fun.
don't, but I know this is a fancy thing for here, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the home of the National Penny Farthing Championships.
Right, that's not why
So
you're
we
here.
should get some practice.
Tell me that's not why you're
Well,
here.
conveniently, it's also close to a really good road.
Okay, so all right, well, would a really brand new car work on your really good road?
I think this looks perfect.
Great.
But you're going to have to sit in that side because that's my side.
Oh, you want to drive?
I'm driving.
Okay,
Buckle up.
okay. Ben Lomond, or Ben Lomond, is an hour or so from Launceston, or Launceston. It's easy, fluid driving through farmland. Great views. And look, there's that Tassie humour again. A fresh take on Hotmail, less cars, more bends, and a huge sky. This is driving.
I've been lucky to spend a lot of time in Tasmania with our rally program, but I have never been here. Jacob's Ladder, in the middle of Ben Lomond Park. Very exciting.
So you've literally never seen one of the most famous zigzag
Only
switchback
photographs.
roads in the world.
Yeah, and it's a gravel one too, so I'm very excited.
Okay. It's interesting, like, as you come here, you just go through normal farmland out of Evandale
Yeah.
and everything, and then this just emerges, doesn't it? And it's vast and it's like a cathedral.
Yeah, it's breathtaking,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's so beautiful.
Right, okay. Now, I do notice there's a speed limit sign 30 k's an hour.
Lucky for you.
Yeah, so I get to enjoy the view while you drive it in slow motion.
But it is gravel. So this is my first day driving the new Forester, so had to drive up here on the bitumen. It was really fantastic. You can really feel the changes that have been made
Yeah.
to the chassis, but now we get to get it on gravel, uphill, tight roads,
So different again.
different again. Let's
Righto. Righto.
go. Righto.
Now, gently, Molly.
Sorry, I can't hear you. It's a big drop down there.
Yeah. I can see why it's 30. So anyway, is it too soon? Can you feel the difference, or?
No, not at all. I think as soon as you hop into the new Forester, you can see particularly the major changes that have happened with the suspension and the chassis, and you've got the Subaru Global Platform, which
Right.
is a great base, and then it's basically been revised, so a full inner construction method. You've got an increase in torsional rigidity, retuned dampers and spring rates as well.
So if I was trying to show off to my kids, right, and go.
Sleigh. That's all you need to
Yeah,
say.
okay. After
Discuss sleighs.
I say sleigh. So you're talking about the balance, really. I mean, that's the end result, isn't it?
Yeah, you feel it. As soon as you hop into the cabin, you basically feel, there's less flex, there's less
Yeah.
roll in the car, so that then translates to a sharper driving response when you're driving. You feel the steering it gives a better response, you've
Yeah.
got better handling through the corners, and also just for ride comfort as well.
It's interesting, the windows, right? Because it's famous for its big
For the
views.
visibility.
It's like perfect.
It's a pretty good view.
It's like the best car you could have.
Well, these are actually, they're even thicker as well as the old one, so you Well, I don't know how your hearing is these days, Daddo, but
Yeah, I'm a year older.
the ride noise is also
Yeah.
lower, and that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, it's good. Do you get to a point, a road like this, and go, I actually want to go fast, or are you happy to meander?
Those drops are pretty big. It reminds me a bit of Pikes Peak, the iconic hill climb road with these huge drops. It would be pretty. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't say no, but I'd probably be a bit scared.
Right.
Truth be told, I was quite happy to enjoy that view. Up next, the quirk continues. Subaru's Great Australian Detour is in the Apple Isle, the northern end, where even if you've seen it before, there's always something new to find. This time, it's in the car.
Driving Tassie, beautiful. This is a great new feature for the all-new Forester Hybrid. It's called the Emergency Driving Stop System, and that's exactly what it is. It's very cool. Now, if you're driving along, I turn on the adaptive cruise control. I've got white lines on the side of the road, so I turn on the lane centering function, and then I set my speed. Happy days. Now, if something happens and I become inattentive, the sensors in the steering system pick that up by movement, and that's when the EDSS kicks in. So I'll just take my hands off the wheel. This is in a controlled environment, and I get a warning first, which is just a flashing light. You would have seen that. Then the warnings become more robust. So it's lights, more audio, more lights, and then it becomes really robust. Now what happens here is the car tries to jerk me awake. The hazard lights go on, the brake lights are flashing, and the car comes to a complete stop. When the car stops, it engages the handbrake and unlocks the doors. It's fantastic. Hopefully you'll never need it, but if you did, it's great to have it there. What I love about being on the road is the stories you hear, and there's a great one about this farmhouse, and the guy had like 15 kids. This is back in the 1800s, 1890s or something. He got 15 kids, and he started charging his children's friends for beer that he made at home, and then I think in the 1900s it became a pub. Well, it's still there. It's called the Pub in the Paddock. That's not the good bit. The good bit is there's the pig that drinks beer, and apparently horses in the bar, and we're going.
It does sound like a joke, doesn't it? The St Columba's Falls Hotel, otherwise known as the Pub in the Paddock, has been watering two-legged and four-legged animals for over a century. That's long enough for legends to be made.
All right, so this is what I've literally heard about. There's a pig called Priscilla who drinks beer. Now there's a sign. So it could be true, it can't be. There's a lady in the paddock, hang on. Excuse me.
Priscilla the pig looks normal enough. Kelly is the manager of the Pub in the Paddock, not the pig.
How? Like you hear stories about places? It's true, right? So the big sign says beer drinking pig.
Yeah, well, so it started off with Priscilla coming in and being sort of bottle fed at the bar and that kind of stuff.
Okay,
and then
so as a baby.
As a little slip.
Yeah.
And then she's got too big, so then it come out here, and now it's the big novelty of having a beer drinking pig.
And so how long has there been a beer drinking pig at the pub with?
For as long as I can remember. Like these, we've had Pinky, and now this is the fifth Priscilla.
Yeah.
And then we've got Lisa Marie.
Of course you do. And so what? So people come out from the pub and they bring their beers, or they bring it a drink?
No, we do a special blend for them, because if they drink as much as everybody, as we can see, the bin's pretty full there. So they've had a pretty big day today.
Well, I know you've got a couple of stubbies there in your back pocket.
I do.
Are we able to give them a?
We can.
Priscilla. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, you've got Priscilla.
Priscilla.
And they're pretty quick, and Priscilla's faster than Lisa Marie.
Okay, so when you say they're pretty quick, just prepare me for the excitement that's coming. Priscilla.
Rightio, just straight down.
Okay, you ready, Priscilla?
She'll take it out of your hand. This is the reason why it's watered down.
Right.
Inside the pub, could things get even stranger?
So literally, g'day, hello, sugar. That's the horse's name. It's not like I'm trying to, why the long face, darling? People have brought their horses to this pub for literally 120 years, since it was a homestead. And that's, I think, one of the unique things about it. It's a beautiful tourist experience. They make their own veggies. They've got bees and everything else. And it's in the middle of beautiful driving roads. So cyclists, motorbikes, and of course, drivers like me. That's it, sugar. Unless you want to kick back and tell me a few stories. Okay. This is a brand, by the way. Yeah, see you, mate. Bye, Shugs. We got more after this. Probably a bit of fishing, actually. I think we're due for that. This is Subaru's Great Australian Detour, and we're in northern Tasmania. I'm not sure if the north is better than the south because, frankly, the whole place is pretty good. And I think what's really great about it is this is a true destination holiday, but it's actually very close to the mainland. But what's different is it doesn't take long to get out of town into spots that are like beautiful farmland or true wilderness. These are the sort of places you'd spend half a Sunday on the mainland to get to just for a great family moment, and they're literally just out of town. And then the destination, it could be a beach or a river or a, Ben Lomond National Park, or it could be a gorge in town. Which means I've just been driving for the sake of it, but that's part of being in Tassie. It's hard to believe we're literally a k-and-a-half from the centre of Launceston, and I think that's why Cataract Gorge is one of the must-see things to do here as a tourist. I always thought cataract was to do with the eyes, but it's actually a Latin word which means waterfall, cataracta, I think the word is. And it's a beautiful waterway. There's a big place where people swim, and the best bit, I reckon, is finding that inner child. So there's probably pathways and nice steady places to walk, and then there's rocks to climb over and explore, and then other things to do, which I want to show you. It's the longest one in the world. Can you guess what it is?
You found it! The longest single-span chairlift in the world. Perfect for doing nothing. Just wondering, maybe about fishing.
If you were to Google stalk world's best fly fishing, number 1 is New Zealand. Fair enough. It's mind-blowing. Number 2, Tasmania. Tasmania. And then it said in the article, overlooked, underrated, but wild brown trout in shallow water will wake tail and something else like a 7-pound bonefish. I don't expect you to know what I'm talking about, but it is brilliant, brilliant fishing. And I reckon the fishing is not unlike the driving in Tasmania. From the mainland, overlooked, underrated, but when you get here and get amongst it and start pushing your car through corners and there's really nothing like it. So we're driving on beautiful roads to go fly fishing. Oh, one of the great days.
Jason Garrett is a professional fly fisher. It's his job to get enthusiasts like me onto some of the best trout fishing waters in the world. He doesn't guarantee fish, but he does guarantee beauty.
So welcome to my office.
Yes.
But I get to go to a different location every day. So this is what we do, and it's a bit of a zen for me. It's semi-retirement.
Jason, I was surprised to see that Tassie's rated the number 2 trout fishery in the world.
Well, as a local,
in a happy way.
As a local Tasmanian, we would rate it as number 1 fishery in the world.
Of course.
Yeah. It's visual sight fishing.
Yeah.
On dry fly is just to die for.
Is there a thing about a competition between, say, lure fishers and trout fishers?
No.
Yes, there is.
No.
Yes,
There is no competition.
Surely there's a high
There
moral.
is no competition.
Surely there's a high moral ground for the fly fishers.
And
No.
if you pull out a lure rod, I'm off. I'm out of here.
So there is a snobbery against lure fishers.
I've seen your style. It's amazing. So let's go out and have some fun.
What does that mean? It's like, it's not very good, is it? But I'm trying.
No, it's good. It's good. Yep. No, it's I've had worse. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Righto.
Okay.
Okay.
Filled with confidence, I enjoy the show around getting ready. There's old-fashioned dry fly fishing and new fishing, for me at least, Euro-styled nymph fishing.
So the idea here is we've got more control because we're directly in control of those nymphs in the water. As soon as that fish touches, we're on.
This is hurting my brain.
Different tech, this is different tech.
This is genuinely hurting my brain.
Oh, it's all too much. I'll stay with a dry fly for now.
What? This is the whole point of travel.
This is mountain bike riding or yoga or surfing. It's like cooking for fun or getting straight lines in your lawn. Hiking, swimming, winter sun on your back. This is meditation in the middle of a river. And it's moments like these that fill your cup with pleasure. So it's not fishing. This is living.
Well, that is it for this episode of Subaru's Great Australian Detour. I'm still trying to work out what it is I love about Tasmania. It's a bit like a slippery fish, you know? In terms of a driving holiday, beautiful roads that take you to somewhere fun or funny or beautiful or all three at once. And then for the young people, there's a whole other world to explore. So why don't you leave me here while I think about Subaru's next Great Australian Detour? Maybe some adrenaline. Maybe we'll catch a slippery fish. Thanks for being part of it. Oh, there's one. Now that was a fish.